good to go, right? Yeah, alright. What is up here with YouTube? I'm Matthew, and you're watching the Weather World channel. Sorry about some technical difficulties. This is like my third time trying the live stream, so if anyone is watching this again, I am just gonna highly emphasize this. Put some thumbs up in the chat, or put something in the chat. Why did that just open? Just put something in the chat to let me know that everything is going good and everything will be just fine. I just shared it. Well, apparently OBS just auto-shared my live stream to Twitter. We should be streaming. Yep, and we are streaming. Good. And for some reason, why in the heck? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Hold on a minute. I don't know if I can change my my stuff. Oh no. Well, you know what? It's fine. You know what? It's fine. You gotta be kidding me. The thumbnail's all messed up. But you know what? Anyways, let's just try to do this. Regardless, I think we should be fine. But anyways, let's try and get into this. So, if you guys didn't know, tomorrow we're gonna have an extremely high chance for some high-level severe end type of activity across the Midwestern United States in states such as eastern Iowa and Illinois and Kentucky, Mississippi, Tennessee, all those areas. Let's take a look at that. Day 2 outlook has a moderate risk. Now, I should open up EpicPen just so I can circle things so you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know why it... that's so weird. Okay, let me go to... Okay, it doesn't say anything there. Again, like I said, I've been having a lot of technical issues over the past few minutes, so if something looks really weird, I really highly apologize. I've really been trying to work through it. So anyways, I can see a moderate risk over Illinois and far eastern Iowa and northeastern Missouri. Now, there has been a crap ton of bulk shear that has been put in place by the models that have indicated that there's going to be a high chance for some higher level helicity values and vorticity values, which therefore means that the supercells that spawn within this moderate zone circled right here have a higher chance of having the updrafts tilted, the horizontal, rotation tilted into the vertical by some of that bulk shear, and actually producing some very wide end tornadic activity, which is not going to be good because a lot of these areas, there's going to be populated areas, and just want to inform the public. So, as you can see, let's just look at the tornado threats. 30% chance, if I just go back here, actually 15%, because it glitched on me, 15% chance for tornadoes in northern Illinois. This is actually unbelievable. This is going to be a high-end outbreak type of event in the Midwestern United States tomorrow. You can see a 10% running all the way back through western Indiana, all the way through Missouri and Iowa. You got the 2% running all the way down the cold front boundary layer, all the way down through what looks to be northeastern Louisiana, and all the way up through my home state of Wisconsin, and some portions of Michigan and Ohio, as I've mentioned. But like I said, hail threats are still they're relatively high, and speaking of hail is going to be rather larger in terms of size tomorrow. Golf ball size or greater, especially in the hatched regions where severe weather is likely. But like I said, there's going to be a lot going on tomorrow. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go on a quick... actually, you know what? I'm going to switch modes here. And it says we have 0 viewers. I really hope we're still streaming. Let me just double check. Make sure we're still going. If not, then we will. Let's just see here. I'm just checking on my phone. Like I said, there's going to be a lot going on tomorrow. In fact, you know what? I'm going to... Okay, apparently we're good. Unfortunately, it looks like the thumbnail messed up, so that's bad. But anyway, so literally... I'm going to go to the close-up scene, and then that way you guys don't see my computer and my personal files. I'm going to show you guys basically what I made in terms of a forecast earlier today. So if we just pull that up, we should be good. Okay, so anyways, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, boom, and then boom, and then boom. here is my personalized weather forecast that I have made for tomorrow. I've done a ton of analysis. I've looked at a crap ton of miles today. Now, if you guys don't see this, pay attention. This goes into effect tomorrow, when all this is going to be happening on my, weather map. Goes into effect at 5:30 Central Standard Time tomorrow, starting 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, and running through 6:30 Central Standard Time. This is the relative range when I expect the storms to fire under the Cape and under the convective available potential energy, if you guys don't know what that means. So I'm just going to explain this as best as I can. So I'm just going to do that. So you guys can see the low pressure system tomorrow around, again, starting at 5:30 Central Standard Time. This is when it goes into effect. Just we're on the same page. The low pressure system is going to be in central Iowa. The center of that low pressure system, according to most of the models, has an average pressure gradient of about 987 millibars, which is going to indicate that it's going to be very, very strong low pressure system, which is going to help it grind out a lot of severe storms and potential with larger hail, damaging winds, and even you can see a hatch chance for some significant tornadoes. If you guys don't know what significant tornadoes are, it's of an EF3 status or greater, and also long-lasting tornadoes as well. You can have multi-vortex tornadoes with this. All sorts of stuff, and like I said, these storms are going to be moving relatively fast as they start to fire around 5:30 to 6:30 Central Standard Time tomorrow. And like I said, you can see these dotted lines right here. This basically indicates where the storms are going to start firing, and they're actually going to start and move to the northeast. We're actually going to start moving northeast, and they're going to move more of northeast as it runs through 7 to 7:30, but like I said, a more northeasterly trajectory is where most of these storms are going to go, especially in the upper regions of this cold front boundary layer. Excuse me. So literally, you can see some of these values here. I'm just going to circle them right here. You got 60, 74, and 36. Now, I'm going to explain something. Now, there's these things called storm slinkies on some of these models provided by pivotalweather.com. This is not sponsored, but that's just what it is. There's these things called storm slinkies. Storm slinkies are basically model projections that can tell you basically how the updrafts are going to be behaving with the majority of the supercells that are going to be spawning in a particular spot. So for example, in this red zone right here where I've highlighted where there's a moderate risk, which I wouldn't even doubt if there was a high risk hatched within that moderate risk by tomorrow morning. But anyway, storm slinky is basically saying that horizontal, wind shear and every component that is responsible for producing, mesocyclone and tilting all that spinning motion, horizontal spinning motion into the vertical. It can basically tell you, based off of the wind shear values, how far, on average, in a particular spot, is it predicted that the wind shear values are going to tilt that motion, that horizontal motion into the vertical. And if you guys don't know, when that horizontal motion tilts into the vertical, that basically cues everything for tornadic development. And you got wall clouds can spawn from this and tornadoes as well following the wall cloud. But like I said, this is where it's going to be happening. So basically, this is 0 degrees. This is about 9 degrees. And you can see right here, the average that I have found through about 10 to 15 different coordinate spots in northern Illinois in this hatched red zone is going to be at least about a 60-degree angle on average for each of the supercells that spawn in this particular zone. So as you can see, 60 degrees, I'm not good with angles, and please forgive me, I don't have like some sort of digital, protractor or anything, but like I said, it would probably be around this. So on average, those wind shear values would tilt it about 60 degrees into the vertical, which is already pretty steep if you're talking, in terms of severe weather and tornadic potential, especially if we see any values greater than 60. I've seen some with 74, 76. I think I saw one with 76 with a 76-degree angle. And basically that means, the storms have a very high chance of reaching that 76-degree angle with their updrafts, which basically says tornadoes are extremely likely to spawn from the majority of the cells that fire within this red zone right here. Now, as you can see, I even have an EF3 hatched or greater hatched area within the red zone on the Iowa Illinois border. Now, this is basically saying in that particular zone, there's going to be at least an if there's going to be any tornadoes, which there's going to be, when there's going to be tornadoes within this orange, shaded region with, EF3 in it, this is basically saying that the chances for significant tornadoes of EF3 status or greater are extremely high, above, I think, 70 to 80%. So if you live in this area or you know someone that lives in that area, please use extreme caution, especially going through the later hours tomorrow evening, going through 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to look very ugly, especially in this area of the red zone. But again, that's not to say that the rest of this red zone isn't going to have, any sort of EF3 type activity or greater. Because the red zone, again, there's a lot of that bulk shear, a lot of vorticity values that are saying that there's going to be at least, an EF2 status or greater, but the EF3 to EF5 statuses in this red zone, apart from this, are slightly lower, but it's still not out of the picture. There's going to be a crap ton of stuff that happens tomorrow. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, multiple tornado warnings as they race northeast, I would imagine at about 50 to 60 miles per hour with most storms. There could be some slower movers starting off, but like I said, there's going to be a lot of activity in this red zone. So, as I said, going through the rest of the evening, as you can see, I've highlighted a yellow area, a yellow boundary with dots. This is basically saying around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow is when a squall line, yes, you heard me right, a squall line of storms is going to spawn approximately from, from central Illinois all the way down through Cleveland-ish, Mississippi. Cleveland, I meant Cleveland. But anyway, as you can see, most of these storms, especially down here, I'm just going to show you guys, that is actually very bad. Hold on, I'm just going to highlight that a little bit better. Right in this zone right here, I wouldn't even doubt if there were some more isolated tornado threats of a 5% or greater down here, since if you guys don't know a little bit about meteorology, on average, if there's going to be a tornado in a squall line, a squall line type system, then it's going to happen on the far, southern portions of it, due to the higher convective available potential energy and a bunch of other bulk shear factors and vorticity and helicity and just the particular angles in which everything is striking each other at. It just gets very complicated. But again, if you live in Tennessee or Kentucky or extreme northern Mississippi, I would keep my eye out for some isolated tornado threats, especially of an EF1 status to an EF3 status. But again, this isn't looking too much. This isn't looking like it's too terribly strong in comparison to this. Again, the red zone is going to be the predominant twister producer tomorrow. Now, the yellow, we're probably going to have just a main hail threat of golf ball, let's say about dime-sized hail or greater, damaging winds of about 40 to 50 miles per hour with, I would say, a good 30 to 40% of these cells that's fire along this squall line right here. And again, there are some isolated tornado threats, but if there's going to be any tornadoes occurring along this squall line, even if they are, up here in the central Illinois area, they're going to be relatively weak, and there are going to be some relatively fast movers too. So, a lot of that shear could just tear the tornado apart before it reaches an EF1 status. They might just predominantly stay at EF0 status. But like I said, I wouldn't rule out, a few tornadoes happening along the squall line as well. So just keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to check the comment section to see if we have anyone in here. because like I said, I've been kind of rambling on and on and on. Yeah, it doesn't really say anyone's watching right now, but that is a-okay because this is going to get posted, and yeah. So, like I said, I'm going to just move this up a little bit. This is, again, around 5:30, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. As you can see, there's going to be a chance for some winter weather advisories to be issued in far eastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, and northwestern Wisconsin. As you can see, a lot of that wind and a lot of that precipitation will be moving into regions, especially in western Wisconsin, that are going to be below freezing, and there's just going to be a lot of stuff wrapping around this very strong low pressure system, which is going to drive a lot of convective energy. So like I said, if you live in southern Minnesota or western Wisconsin or northwestern Wisconsin, more of then I would keep my eye out for some winter weather advisories, maybe some stronger winds, but like I said, this isn't really the primary focus right here. What the primary focus is way down here in, I would say, north central Illinois in this particular region. So, like I said, I've done a few live streams on this before today. I've done 2. This is my 3rd one. So, yeah. And also, running through 9 to 10 o'clock tomorrow night, I wouldn't even rule out a secondary band of severe weather or a severe squall would spawn, or fire, I should say, in southern Illinois and Missouri. Again, not being as strong as the first initiated line, but there's a chance that there could be some nighttime tornadoes, nighttime twisters, in southern Illinois, even up through, the hatched area in the, what I would even classify as a high risk, but it's still a moderate. Like I said, that they'll probably push it to a high risk. I wouldn't even doubt that, which is going to be even worse, but like I said, I don't doubt it. But like I said, there's going to be some overnight twisters running through 10 to 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So like I said, I would keep my eye out. Keep your eye out for any sort of, watches or warnings that are issued in your area, especially if you live in any of the areas that I've specified that are going to be having severe weather tomorrow. But like I said, this is going to be a very dangerous situation tomorrow. A lot of meteorologists could concur with me on that. I've already seen a lot of reports from different, YouTube channels and different storm chasers that have been, monitoring this relatively closely, even more closely than where I'm going. But like I said, this is going to be a very serious situation. So if you live in any of these areas, make sure you are paying attention to your, local National Weather Service agency. Heed the warnings, especially if you live in the area specified. And, yeah, that's really all I have. I don't think we really got any viewers, but that's okay. That's probably because of the ridiculous thumbnail. But you know what? That's fine. We're going to post this, and hopefully people see this. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Stay safe, stay quarantined, keep up to date with your local National Weather Service agencies, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next live stream, and I might even do one tomorrow if YouTube is cooperating, but yeah, I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Peace.